Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. A former WWE superstar has revealed that Triple H once apologized to him backstage before their match on Raw. The game said sorry to Maven before their squash match on the Red Brun. Triple H was the World Heavyweight Champion on Raw on the road to WrestleMania 19 in 2003. He kicked off a feud with Booker T, who had won an opportunity to compete for the top prize to make fans hate him as much as possible. WWE made the game squash Maven on an episode of Raw weeks before the show of shows. The veteran had a talk with Maven backstage before their match. Maven detailed the conversation and stated that the game apologized for having to do the squash match. What followed the squash match was a massive burial that fans talk about to this day. At WrestleMania 19, the game took on Booker T in a World Heavyweight Championship match, who ended up defeating Booker T to retain the title in one of the most head-scratching decisions in the history of WWE. Fans didn't appreciate Booker T being insulted for weeks on end, only to get pinned at WrestleMania. On the world of professional wrestling, where scripted storylines, athleticism, and larger-than-life personas collide, some moments transcend the ring and leave an indelible mark on the careers of those involved. One such incident, rumored to have unfolded behind the scenes, tells the story of Triple H, a WWE legend, allegedly apologizing to a younger star before a Raw match that would define their future. Wrestling industry is known for its complex relationships and the often thin line between reality and scripted drama. On one hand, it's all part of the show, but on the other, the emotional impact on the performers can be real. Triple H, whose real name is Paul Levesque, is no stranger to the cutthroat nature of the wrestling business. As both a top-tier performer and a backstage executive in WWE, he has had a profound influence on shaping the company's direction, talent development, and even the stories that unfold on Monday Night Raw. However, even the most powerful figures in the industry occasionally find themselves in situations that test their leadership, and this particular incident, which was shared in whispers among wrestlers, fans, and insiders, centers around an alleged backstage apology that Triple H offered to a young WWE star before an unexpected and controversial match. The story revolves around a Raw match that saw a young talent squashed in an unexpected turn of events, leading many to question the backstage politics and the true nature of the WWE business. To fully understand the gravity of this moment, one must look at the context of WWE at the time, Triple H's role within the company, and the evolving nature of the stars who find themselves in the spotlight. Triple H, known for his work both in front of and behind the camera, has always been a polarizing figure in WWE. His reputation as one of the industry's top stars is matched only by his reputation as a key decision maker, particularly in terms of talent development, and Tikan as a member of the influential faction known as Generation X. Triple H's rise to fame was marked by groundbreaking matches, controversies, and intense rivalries. He later went on to become one of the most decorated WWE superstars in history, earning titles like the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, Intercontinental Championship, and Tag Team Championship, to name a few. However, by the time this alleged incident occurred, Triple H had already shifted his focus to being an executive behind the scenes as WWE's Executive Vice President of Global Talent Strategy and Development. This move allowed Triple H to oversee the development of WWE's next generation of stars, molding them for success in the company's main roster. He was directly responsible for launching NXT, the developmental brand that has seen countless talents rise to prominence under his tutelage. This shift in focus also meant that Triple H's influence over Raw and SmackDown was becoming more pronounced, as he worked closely with Vince McMahon and other WWE executives to decide which talents would make it to the main roster and how they would be presented on television. At the same time, there was an increasing pressure on WWE to evolve with the times, particularly with the growing popularity of independent wrestling. This change in landscape brought about the influx of smaller, more technically skilled wrestlers who were often seen as underdogs in the world of big, muscular, larger-than-life athletes that WWE had traditionally showcased. It was in this environment that the young talent in question found themselves caught in the middle. A highly skilled wrestler with an impressive background on the indie circuit, this performer had been brought up to the main roster with high hopes and an optimistic future. However, their debut and subsequent run on Raw had not gone as smoothly as expected. Despite their potential, they found themselves continually overshadowed by more established stars, and their match quality was often overshadowed by storytelling that did not put them in the best light. Moment that would change everything happened backstage before the match, a match that would turn out to be a devastating squash, a term in professional wrestling used to describe a one-sided contest in which one wrestler dominates the other without much resistance. It's typically used for a few reasons: to elevate a top star, to punish a wrestler for backstage reasons, or simply to further a storyline. However, it's rarely something a wrestler wants to experience, especially if they are being positioned as a future star. According to sources close to the situation, Triple H approached the young talent with an apology before the match. His words, though reportedly genuine, reflected the complex nature of the wrestling business. The apology was said to stem from the fact that, in this particular match, the younger star was going to be defeated decisively and with minimal offense, a result that would significantly harm their image in the eyes of the fans and potentially their long-term prospects in the company. This type of decision is never made lightly in WWE, as it impacts not only the wrestler's career but the fans' perception of them as well. Triple H, being the veteran and executive that he was, may have understood the potential ramifications of such a booking decision. The apology, while heartfelt, also hinted at the harsh realities of the wrestling world, a world where politics, booking decisions, and even backstage rivalries could all play a part in determining a wrestler's fate. The match itself was as brutal as it was swift. In a matter of minutes, the young talent was overwhelmed by their opponent, receiving a squashing that left little room for recovery or redemption. The fans who had high expectations for the match were left confused and disappointed, as they had been led to believe that this was a defining moment for the newcomer. Instead, it became a moment that seemed to crush their momentum and potential future in the company. For the wrestler involved, the aftermath of the squashing was difficult to process. On one hand, they had been given an opportunity to showcase their skills on the main roster, but on the other, the outcome of the match threatened to derail their entire career. The fans' reaction was a mixture of shock, confusion, and anger. Many believed that the decision to squash the young talent was a sign of their lack of faith in them, leaving them with a difficult path forward. The apology from Triple H, though appreciated by the talent, could not undo the damage done. The squash match became one of the defining moments of the wrestler's early career, a moment that they would later reflect on as a turning point. However, despite the negative impact of the booking, the young wrestler would go on to rebuild their character, working hard both inside and outside of the ring to prove their worth to the WWE Universe. Whether or not they ever reached the heights of their peers is a question that only time would answer, but the incident became an important lesson in the unpredictable nature of the wrestling business. For Triple H, the apology was a reminder of the balancing act he had to perform as both a performer and a backstage figure. While he was responsible for developing talent, he was also part of the team that made tough decisions that sometimes had harsh consequences for the very people he wanted to see succeed. His role as a mentor and manager was intertwined with his role as a decision maker, and moments like these demonstrated how difficult it could be to navigate the pressures of the industry. This story also serves as a reminder of the emotional toll that professional wrestling can take on those involved. While the industry may seem larger than life, behind the bright lights and grand entrances, there are human beings with dreams, hopes, and fears. The apology from Triple H, though perhaps part of the business, was also an acknowledgement of the difficulty of being in a position where you must sometimes make decisions that could irreparably alter a person's career. As for the young talent, they would go on to carve their own path, despite the setback. In the end, their journey is a testament to the resilience and determination that all WWE superstars must possess to make it in the business. They learned that in the world of professional wrestling, nothing is guaranteed. Success, failure, and everything in between are part of the journey, and sometimes, even legends like Triple H can't prevent the harsh realities of the business from affecting those under their one conclusion. The alleged apology from Triple H before the squashing of the young talent in RAW's match is a tale of the complexities and challenges that exist behind the curtain in professional wrestling. It is a story of the difficult decisions made by those in power, the emotional weight carried by the performers, and the ever-present reality that, no matter how skilled or promising you are, the business can be unpredictable. While apologies may be offered, the path to redemption is often long, and the scars of a poorly executed storyline can take years to heal. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.